Alright, these are my first impressions about the Bitcoin market. Been watching it for about a month now. Checking up on the news, looking into what other people have to say, across YouTube especially. And what I have been able to determine is basically nothing. So we're looking at the Bitcoin market right now at 11,913. It's approaching an important level, which is 12,000 or 12,500. I think it's 12,000. And it's right there, but it has gone up and down and up and down. And right now it is sitting as it rises dramatically and falls dramatically. It has periods where it's relatively stable, although the entire market is fluctuating a lot on a hourly basis. But see, we've gone up and down, up and down, and up and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. A lot of this every day. So I've been keeping in touch with the news to see what's going on. It doesn't seem to have any effect on what's going on. There's always lots of positive news for cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, but I don't really see that reflected in what's going on in the market. I've looked into reasons why the Bitcoin might be gaining on any of these particular days, and it just doesn't really seem obvious, at least through the news, about why these are fluctuating so dramatically day to day. And I've been able to reason and, from advice from others, determine that it's really just an erratic market, and you can't really tell what's going to go on based on what's going on in the news or the technical analysis or market fundamentals, anything like that. Although over the long term, it seems that those things still apply, like supply and demand, and different thresholds for bottoms and tops, price points and stuff like that. They seem to be well in line over the long term, and especially things having to do with the economy, unemployment, other bitcoins, lots of stuff that affects the price. But it's really hard to determine on a day-to-day basis why these things fluctuate so much, and it's could be any number of reasons. I think especially maybe from one or two people or in a day making large moves, increasing the market. So it's hard to tell what's going on, but I have been able to capture some profit here on the virtual profile for eToro. I'm just testing it out to see how I like it, see how things go, and see how I can play the market and just become familiar with it. So up $2,500 on an allocated $35,000. So that would be really easy money for me to have made, because I was able to recognize the point at which I should buy it, which I should probably buy it, and it's paying off right now. So we're almost at 12,000, and we've been hovering around this point, between 11,000 and 12,000 for some time now. I'm not sure exactly. We're at 11,000 right here. This was August 28th. All the way over here to September 1st, where we're at now, and we're still hovering around in that area, 11 to 12,000. But there's lots of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs here. So if you're just holding it, that's good. But what I did was I just recognized one of these down ones down here, 11,400. And I knew it's got to be able to go back up. It's either going to go down a lot, or it's just going to go up a little bit and just continue on doing what it's doing. Since there's nothing major going on, then it's probably going to stay around in this area. But that's just my opinion. Lots of people that I watch are saying it could go up at any second, it could go crashing down at any second. Nobody knows. So I don't know if it's really worth paying attention to the news or the technical analysis charts or any of that stuff. Maybe just looking at the chart, checking in on the price to see how it's going, and maybe keeping in touch with the biggest news that comes out. And it seems like there are some things that dramatically affect the price of Bitcoin, like when they release the unemployment numbers, things like that. So you want to know when those things are, when they're coming up, and just keep a close eye on the market then and see what you think might happen based on whatever you can find, whatever research that you can find. Then you can make some determinations off of that if you want. But here, now that it's gotten to 11,900, then I've made that. I think at this point, I don't think it's going to go past 12,000 because it's been sitting there for a couple days or whatever, a day. Ethereum had a huge price jump, so that really pushed Bitcoin up. But it's been going up from 11,400 all the way up to where we are now. It's been a slow kind of over the few days rise. So I think that this will probably just settle back down and maybe go back down 1,500, 1,300, 1,400, whatever again. So maybe I'll sell right now, sell some of this stuff and try to capture that profit. And then I'll just wait for it to drop back down. And we'll just take what we made from that last buy there. So I have some that I'm holding on more long term, and then I have some that I'm trying to capture the market when it goes up and down to see what I can do. So like I said, right now I really don't think that there's any reason why it would be going above 12,000 and even up further from there. So I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna just kind of keep hovering around this area right now. And now that we're at the top right near 12,000, it's probably gonna come back down a little bit, even a few $100 or $100 or whatever. It likes to sit right there, It likes to sit there, but it doesn't last. It usually comes back down until something major happens, and we'll try to anticipate those events. So there it is.